Hey guys, latest news with Crypto Marie local and international. Stranger punches girl at NYC Grand Central Station days after release and similar attack. Like I said earlier, why would you allow him to go right back on the street where he did the same thing a day or 2 days earlier? When somebody commit a crime, you put him in jail, have him have some time there to think about why he's there, how he ended up there. Don't just release him and the next day or the next 2-3 days he's out on the street and now he punched a 9-year-old girl. This is a 30-year-old man with strength, with muscles. He punched a woman, now he punched a 9-year-old. What else is he going to do? And is it going to be too late? Because a 9-year-old could have fall passed out and thank you God she's okay, and then never regain consciousness. What would have happened? You let him out too soon. Some people are mentally sick. They need to be in a house somewhere to be taken care of before they are allowed in society. Jean Carlos, 30, was busted after he allegedly sucked the youngster as she stood next to her stunned mom in the station's dining concourse at about 11:50 a.m. Saturday. MTA police said medics took the girl to NYU Langone Stitch Hospital for treatment. Carlos was caught on video inside the transit hub, and the MTA released his name and photos to the media shortly after the Saturday attack. MTA cops knew Carlos' last known address was a homeless shelter on E 125th Street, so they headed to the E 125th Street subway station on Lexington Ave Saturday evening and asked a pair of NYPD transit cops to help, according to law enforcement source. Sure enough, the NYPD cops recognized his photo and said they had seen him about 10 minutes earlier. NYPD transit cop found Carlos and took him to the MTA police officers, who made the arrest at about 10:20 p.m. Carlos is also accused of punching a 56-year-old woman in Grand Central Station on April 4th. MTA cop initially charged him with felony assault, but prosecutors in Manhattan dropped that down to a misdemeanor. Sources familiar with the case said the decision came after police and prosecutors did not receive a supporting deposition from the victim in the case, which is required by law within 5 days if there is bail set. Manhattan Criminal Court Judge Pamela Goldsmith ordered him held on $2,500 cash bail or $10,000 bond, recording sure he had a bench warrant out for assault cases in Manhattan and Brooklyn. Okay, this is his MO, going around punching people. He just going around punching people. Now that we know of, he punches two people, right? A 56-year-old and a 9-year-old. Now, what else are you looking for? For him to take somebody's life, to actually put him behind bar for good? Or when are you going to decide to actually do something? This man don't belong on the street. He needs to be behind bar. He needs to be in some kind of mental institution where they can take care of him. You can't just go around punching random people. And you see the little girl standing next to her mom. Somehow you have the nerves to still go ahead and punch the child. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense that this guy, who recently was released after being charged with randomly punching someone else and breaking that victim's nose, should be back in a public space where he can attack others. That's what I just said, especially children. MTA Communications Director Tim Menton said, "This is what I just said before I get to this line. This man should not be on the street. He should be behind bar or in some kind of mental institution. Get him back together, because mentally he's not okay. He's not stable. And him being on the street is not the right thing to do neither. The people responsible for the criminal justice system need to learn from this episode before more innocent people become victims. What I would say, this man punched 2 people. Thank you God they are okay. The third one might ended up being dead. And I hope people don't go, well, I wish I had done something earlier. I'm sorry to the victims. Our prayer, our heart goes out to them. Enough is enough. Stop the problem before the problem became something bigger. Don't tell me you're sorry after this man killed somebody. He has a problem. He cannot be in society, period. I'm not going to finish the whole article. Just go to Yahoo News if you want to know more about it. I'm pissed off because he had no business being on the street to injure a 9-year-old child after he broke nose of a 56-year-old woman. It just doesn't make sense. Subscribe. Let me know how you feel. Thank you. Bye, guys.